welcome back to my channel. So I made this mini album out of my trash in my last video, and I asked you if you would like to see how to decorate it, you know, just to give you some tips or whatever it is, maybe some inspiration. And I heard yes. So let's decorate it. And I did not clean up or put away the paper pads I just recently got in a friend mail. Thank you so much, Linda, for sending me those. And you know what? I just thought, why not? I will put the papers away and I will never touch them for a long, long time. So why not just do it and, you know, just use them now? So I decided to use the one that is like summerly in my view. I liked it because I needed something that is not really thick cardstock to cover this, because this is thick cardstock already. And I looked through the papers and I feel like they do have a lot of yellow. They do have pink and stuff like that, but they also have yellow in the papers I might use, you know, like this and this one, and there is more. So I decided to grab a piece of yellow paper, and as it so happens, I have strips of yellow paper there, and I want to go with the glittery one. Now, what I need to do is basically to figure out how big I need this to be. This has to cover your album, right? So like this. You can go bigger, you can go smaller, whatever. You can go bigger, but you cannot go smaller, you know, because you don't want your album to be visible. And what I want to do is also, like, when I make the cover, I will have it a tiny bit longer than the album. And I want to try something. I've never done this before. I always make covers in like 3 pieces or something. Always. I don't make a lot of covers, so it's not like I do. But here I saw somebody actually scoring the back. So let me get my scoreboard really quick. I want to try, and I will just try it somewhere where I folded it, so that's fine. I will just try it right there and then see how long I'm gonna do it. But they scored like just every score line. I believe they had a bigger album and they scored every, whatever, 1/8 of an inch. But I'm just thinking, because I do have a smaller album, maybe I should score it in like every score line here. I don't even know how much it is, every score line. Just to give the album like this a little bit movable backing. You know how the books have the movable backing? And I hope that this will work out once I stick everything on top, that it will still be movable. If not, oh well, if not, then I will just take it off, cut it off, whatever, and do it again. But I hope it does work. I'm always hoping that things will work. So, you know, I don't know. I guess we will wait and see. So what I did, you saw that I just basically scored it here. You don't need a scoreboard for that. You can score like I did before. I put a mouse pad on there, and I just take my ruler and whatever I had on my desk that had a hard point to it, I would go, or even your butter knife, or I also always have my fork on my desk. You can also go with a fork, just don't cut your paper, right? So that's how you can score. But scoreboard is, of course, a little bit better. And the other day I saw a scoreboard, not the other day, it was a little while, but they still have it, at Joann's, which was, I believe, between $7 and $10, and you can use your 50% off coupon. So you pay between like $3.50 and $5. And if you are feeling like you need it, like you want to score a lot of stuff, it's a very good price. Like, gee, I always end up talking so much, and I just don't understand how that happens, you know? So this will be my cover, but before I put the cover on and everything, I think it's going to be just easier to work on the album first without anything on top. But I just wanted to show you already, because once I have the cover on there, that you don't go like, where did the cover come from? I just made it. Didn't you see? Okay, I need my mat right here. And I will just get a couple papers, I guess. Oh my God, this is going to be so hard to get papers actually, because I will have to rip the papers out to use the papers. If it makes sense. Oh, they rip out really, really good actually. Okay, and those papers are like, if you have a paper pad, you always know that it's gonna be okay. You know, they all gonna go together. That's now I have, oh, that's glued together, that's fine. I do have a couple glue leftovers right there, and I'm just going to use my scissors and cut them off straight. It's okay. I will cover most of my booklet anyways, and I don't think anything will be visible. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and distress everything as well, so I really think it should be fine with everything here. So just going to get the tiny glue leftovers, and I have a tiny piece of paper right here as well. Okay, just make everything straight, make everything looking good. And I want to just go ahead and distress the edges, because you see it's all different. By the way, this has a lot of yellow too, so I guess it's a good thing. What I'm gonna do first is to remove the washi tape that I put on top of my address. Uh-oh. Good thing it's stuck, because I need to remove my address anyways. Oh, that's great. I have to rip off the... That's a good washi tape. I got it from Dollar Tree, and it rips the paper, which is good. And, you know, right now for me, because what I'm gonna do is, and if you do that and you are like my hubby or anything like my hubby, you know, you should just scratch off, or you can blacken it out. I don't have this piece that blackens it out, you know, so I just scratch off my address, because who knows, maybe the person who gets it is a really bad person, and then they rip off the paper and see my address. I don't know. So I need to get some distressings. Okay, I'm gonna go with the pink raspberry, just because this looks fruity, and I'm gonna do that. I need my stamping card next to me. Oh, I love this card I got at Michael's. You know, the one they always have for $30. I just put all of my stamping stuff in there, and I can just pull it up, you know, and have it right there for me. Now, this is not going to dry that quick like your paper, because this, as you know, is a piece of trash mail, and it's kind of glossy, but that's fine. And I'm gonna go really into it, just because, I don't know if you can see, I will cover this piece up, so it doesn't matter how pretty it looks right there, but I do want it to look pretty like on top where I cut and things like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this to each page from all sides, so everything is covered up, and when you look from the top onto the album, you will see pink and not all this white and whatever stuff. I'm gonna do this and be back. So I basically have done the whole thing already, except for the last part right here, and I just wanted to show you that all I'm doing is this. And then I decided to do it right here as well. Just in case this will be visible, it will be, you know, a good color. And you see, the book turned pink. And I will go ahead and do it once again, just over the tops and in the back, because I don't know how much of the back will be visible. And knowing me, I imagine that, you know, I will go backwards and do something wrong. So I decided that I will put it onto the spine as well. But it's pink. You know, it's looking better. It's not looking like trash. And I did cut off, I had a couple sticking out, so I cut them off before I started distressing them, and I liked it better this way. I guess it's probably because I didn't square it, just folded it, but it's not really a big deal, I feel like. So now you measure yours, because depending on how big the sheet of paper is, that's how big your album will be. Mine is, I believe, like 2.5 by 2.5. Yep, it's 2.5 by 2.5. Yeah, so I'm going to just cut my piece less than 2.5. Does it make sense? A little bit less, so it's not up to the edge, but a little bit less. Let me just do this. 2.5, and then I will just, what is it, 1/8 of an inch? That's what I'm gonna do. And then 2.5 and minus 1/8 of an inch. I don't know, I might tell you something wrong when I say inches, but I guess you got what I was actually saying. Okay, so now I see that some stuff is still visible on there. So what I'm gonna do is, I can do two things. I can either take some paint and go across, which is a good idea actually. Should I do that? And then I can also just put some washi tape right here. I can do the same thing with the washi tape up there. You know, you can just have some washi tape up there as well if you want to, or you take some paint and go across. And this is what I'm trying to decide. Let me see what kind of washi tape I have. Funny thing, I gave all of my thin washi tapes to my daughter, but I found this one and I do not use it. I just don't use it. So thinking that, because not much of it is going to be actually visible, so I'm just going to try it out. It won't hurt me to try that out and see. Like if I would put it right here, if at all, and I would cover up two pieces, this is what it's going to, what it will be visible, and it only looks pink. But for the middle, I don't know. I don't know if I would use it in the middle there, but I would use it on top. And not to waste a lot of washi tape, you know, this is like so flexible that you can actually move it however you want it. Okay, so if I line this up, it's actually cool because nothing is visible, just like a tiny little pink edge. And I do like that. And I would put some other washi tape in the middle, or I'll just go with painting it. I'm not sure if I should use some, let me see. The good thing is anything you do on this part is going to be covered up, so you cannot mess anything up when you try to do anything, right? So I'm just going to put some of my marker right there and see how this is going to look. Cool. You know what? The marker is absolutely enough down there. And yeah, the marker is perfect. And this is what I'm going to use. I will just use a marker because I don't want to, for this thing to get too bulky, especially here. So if I start putting stuff on there, it might be bulky very, very quick. So what I'm going to do is just, I still have glue on my scissors. I'm just going to cut off the washi tape. And I don't worry about it because it's going to be covered first of all. And I'm going to glue something on top, so it's not going anywhere. It can't. It can't go anywhere because there will be glue on top. Like I said, you can use some paint as well. I might just use paint on another one. Oh my God, what am I doing here? And I want to hurry up. Actually, I do not want this project to be that many episodes, but it just doesn't work with me. It's always 5,000 episodes of something. I don't seem to be able to do it in one, you know? Okay. I have glue on my scissors. What kind of... Oh, I know. I got glue dots, and there's a glue dot still on there. Those are my sticky scissors, so, you know, it's okay to have the sticky scissors right there. Okay, so that looks good. This is not straight, but it does look good. Okay. I'm going to distress this too, not too much, just a little, just because I need a new blade for my paper cutter, and it doesn't cut, it cuts straight and everything, but sometimes it makes the paper a little bit funny looking. But if I distress it, it's gone. So, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna use some tape and glue it down. You can use glue or tape or whatever you like. And I just want it to be somewhat straight. That's my biggest problem when I make anything at all, that things don't turn out to be straight. So, like this, just glue your paper everywhere. You can just pick papers and glue them. If you want to, you can just put, either you cut your paper the same, you know, exactly the same measurements. But I'm not a big fan of that. I like to have something left on the sides, you know, even if I have to put some washi on there, but that's fine. So I'm going to do that. I will just go ahead, pick my papers, you know, put some of my marker right in the middle, and then cover it all up and be back. Okay, so I'm on my last one right here. I believe so, at least. And I wanted to tell you that I completely skipped the whole washi tape because I feel like there is nothing to cover up anyways. It looks really good. It doesn't look bad. You know, if it would look bad, I would not do that. But I just skipped this step. I like how it looks. Second thing is I ran out of the tape. And I'm too lazy to get up and go to the closet, which is just 3 steps away. So I decided I can just do it with my, you know, liquid glue. And since I have this glue right here next to me, I'll do it with that glue. And it works. There is nothing that doesn't work. So I'll just use that for my last piece. It glues very good. And yeah, I'm done. It's not too bulky. I was concerned if I glue all the papers in, it's going to start getting bulky because I still have to put things in there, right? But I just went with papers. No rhyme or reason, you know. This one is in the middle, and I was thinking, I'll put the same paper on there because I might or might not do something different to this part. And then for some reason, I ended up having 2 of those here and here. See, but that's fine. So, covered it all up in paper. And that would be for now. For this video. In the next video, where we are going to do, or what I'm going to do, and you can watch me if you feel like. But what I'm going to do will be just probably, either I will make the inserts, because of course everything here is a pocket, as I showed you in my first episode. So everything is a pocket. It's not a huge pocket because I made a small album. Yours, if you use 12 by 12, it will be bigger, right? But I just made a small, so I will make a tag which is kind of this big. I don't want to make one that fills out the whole thing, and I don't need to make one that fills out the whole thing, but you see, so I will have like this. There is enough space. Maybe it will be a little wider, but something like that. Really little tiny tags, maybe decorate them, and then see, everything is a pocket here. And then a little bit of decoration here. I don't know. Would it be used as a album, or is it like a little decorational thing? What do, you know? Who does put pictures in an album nowadays? I don't know. I don't. But I will see. I will just do something. And I will do the cover. So I'm wondering if I will still go. Yeah, I probably will still go with yellow. Or maybe I will go with something else. I don't know. You know how that is, right? But I need to clean my fingers because they are pink all over. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And there won't be too many. As you can see, I hurried up. I posted the video and I did a lot of stuff. So I hope I finish it in 2 or 3, you know, and then be done. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, thumbs up. Of course, leave me a comment. If you have made anything like that, I haven't. It's my first. So if you have tips and tricks and whatever it is, you can tell me. I always like to learn something new. And share, subscribe, of course. And visit my other channel. You know, I'm still moving videos over there, but the other channel will be my home channel. So anything that's not connected with crafting, and if you want to know a little more about myself and a little more about what else I'm doing, you can hop over there. Link is in the description. Please subscribe and watch. That would be greatly appreciated, and just enjoy your day, I would say. I see you next time. Bye bye.